A century after his death, the life of one of Britain's first black footballers is being celebrated at a new exhibition in Kent. The display at Folkestone Museum, the town where Walter Tull was born, was opened by former England international and Spurs player Ledley King. Our reporter Sarah Saunders was there too.
Walter Tull, one of Britain's first black footballers, was also its first black combat officer serving during World War I. 100 years after his death, his achievements are being honoured in the town of his birth at the Life and Legacy exhibition at Folkestone Museum, attended by family members, including his great-great-niece from Maidstone.
Very brave young man, very brave young man. Because he was black, he had a hard time, in the first instance. But then his men that were under him, they began to love him. And they were very, very sad because they couldn't fetch him when he died.
Born to a mother from Folkestone and a father from Barbados, Tull defied regulation when he was made an officer in the British Army.
He'd already shown himself to be incredibly brave. He put himself forward for very dangerous missions, and his fellow officers thought a lot of him. So they were very much willing to make an exception for Walter and to give him that commission that means that he becomes an officer.
Among other teams, Tull played football for Tottenham, and the exhibition was attended by former England international and Spurs ambassador Ledley King.
You can only imagine what someone like Walter would have had to have gone through, the obstacles and the barriers he had to overcome, not just on the football side, but also going into the army. So, shows true leadership from him, and as I say, a true inspirational story.
What makes this exhibition so exceptional is it's the first time so many artefacts about Walter Tull have been brought together, from museums, from Tottenham Hotspur, and from the family's own archives.
They were probably one of the few, if the only, mixed heritage family in Folkestone. So in itself, it's like Walter's come home, really. And the other remarkable thing about this exhibition is it's based upon primary artefacts, documents, photographs. So you've got the wonderful family archive.
Walter Tull was killed in action on a battlefield in northern France. His body never made it home, but his legacy is here. The exhibition is on display until January. Sarah Saunders, ITV News, Folkestone.
Walter Tull, we salute you.
Was an extraordinary man, wasn't he?
Really was.
Andrew, thank you very much indeed.